Hello for the 20 people that are actually up at 4 a.m. I know my sleep schedule is shit. I've had a lot going on in my life. There's a lot of issues going on with people close to me, and that comes first. So I didn't do a video yesterday, and I'm like, well, fuck, I need to do something today. So this is what we're doing. We're gonna be looking at Magichan's Twitter account. Now, for those of you guys who are not aware, Magichan has many Twitter accounts, but this is the only one that's official to Christian shit. So if you don't see anything coming from Magichan 11448, it's not official. It doesn't connect to Christian at all. Christian doesn't listen to it, and you can just ignore it. It's just some random fucking troll. This Magichan, for some reason, is in association with Christian. There's two theories going on about this Magichan account. It's either one, Christian, which I think that's a very likely possibility. It could just be Christian trying to play around with everybody and prove that Magichan's real, or it could be one of the people from Kiwi Farms that's gotten close to Chris. It's really either or. I don't know which one's which. You guys can choose whatever you want to believe. Personally, I'm leaning on the former, but you guys can make up your own mind. But I've got a collection of tweets from this account, and we're gonna be reading these. I want to give you a little bit of an example of some of the shit that this Twitter posts. Sorry if I'm a little scramble-brained. I'm a little erratic because a lot of shit's been going on, but I still want to do a video anyway. So let's read this insanity. Magichan Sonichu says, I am aware of those of you who attempt to contact, and then he says Christian's Twitter account, claiming I have relayed a message through you, because in case you guys weren't caught up with the whole dimensional merge shit, which you really should watch my dimensional merge video, the full one, before you watch it, because you won't know anything I'm fucking talking about. Magichan can possess people, and that was something that was going on during the Teen Troon stuff as well. Magichan was possessing people, and Christian takes what these Magichan say as like law, like he thinks it's real. So if a Magichan tells him something, he believes it. So yeah, that's what they're referencing here. For the latter at the time, I am literally right next to Christine, and she listens to me very well, verbally and telepathically, trolling her or not, making false claims of me talking through any of you to her, especially in the attempt to attack her with news about Quickville within C197, and that's something people have been doing. They're trying to game jack this, because a lot of people are seeing the whole fucking Quickville shit, like the dimensional merge, as like a game, and when people try to input their own shit, that's called game jacking. So people are trying to hop onto this and take it in whatever direction they want to. It's simply wrong. I take this moment to personally address the issue in efforts of ceasing and desisting this farce. Very good vocabulary there, Magichan. Rest assured, I personally verify what is true and false to Christine, and her common sense over the years has improved, but she is still a student in all things. Until next time, wherein I shall fully tangible to her and all of you, I bid you all good day. And his little signature is Purple Heart Lightning Bolt, because Christian also has a signature very similar to that, except for he has two lightning bolt. And the first reply from Victor is epic. That's what we do. We look at the first reply. That's it. So now moving on from this, we have the other day Christian was acting queasy and was saying that he was having like tight heart pains, and people thought that was him having a heart attack. Well, this Magichan account confirmed that it was a heart attack. We didn't see any pics of Christian in the hospital, so I'm not going to say that Christian actually had a heart attack, because the way that Chris responds to things, if he thinks he's having a heart attack and you tell him he's having a heart attack, he will go on to say that he had a heart attack, and he'll never change his mind on that. So chances are he thinks he had a heart attack because retards on the internet told him he was having a heart attack, and he WebMD'd to make sure. My wife, and then he posts Christian's ad again, had a heart attack recently in relation to events around the world in both dimensions. Please pray for her. she is staying strong and holding on with everyone of you in mind. Thank you. And then he does his little signature again. Oh, but then he continues. That's not how that works. With Christian, when the signature appears, that's when it ends. I think that that's a sign that this might not be Christian because he didn't do the fucking thing right. Usually the heart and the lightning bolt comes at the end of the full fucking text paragraph. Is to show people that it's over. So everyone knows she went to the ER shortly after the attack. She's stabilized, but the tightening is still happening off and on. She is taking her medicine, aspirin and Tylenol, and she is in bed for rest. I, Mewtwo, and the others are watching over her and doing what we can. This is the time to believe in the OCs and pray for Christine and the CPUs and the other deities. Do raise your hands in prayer or pray as you are comfortable doing. Everyone, Christine has been and is doing best for us. It's our turn to do our best for her and everyone. And this one is doing the random capitalizations again, which Christian was doing for a while. Christian had actually been posting shit on his Twitter account with random capitalizations like that. So it's weird that the Magichan account is doing the random capitalizations again, but Christian hasn't really been doing it too much. Weird that happens. And we'll read the first comment. Magichan, please watch over Christine and make sure she gets plenty of rest. You and the other spouses have take good care of her. Heart. Don't enable this. Don't enable this Lily Chu if you're not a fucking troll. Don't fucking enable this fucking stupidity. Don't fucking buy into his shit. You're not helping him. You're only making him worse. And then we get our last thread, and it's an update on the dimensional merge. So if you've been keeping up with the dimensional merge shit, this is actually a short little update from Magichan himself. I also have an update for all of you. The merge shall be completed sooner than you think. Remember the guidelines, and he's referring to shit posted back in last November. And like I said before, they still think the dimensional merge is happening, and this December we're going to be throwing a party as we go into the new year just to make fun of the dimensional merge, because it's not going to happen. They think it's going to happen, and it's not going to. Every year they think the merge is going to happen, we're going to celebrate. Remember the guidelines that Chris had written out months ago, almost a year ago, for all of you. Also, please be sure to pray to her and the other CPUs and your favorite deities of religious choice. Shut the fuck up. I also wish to express discontent to the trolls who are bugging Christine with their claims to be knowledgeable of the merge. Nobody knows better than her and everyone else directly and personally involved with it. I will have all of y'all know that Christine has met Emmanuel, which is God for Christian. That's what Chris calls God, and Jesus, God Jesus, personally, and talked with them in all of this. And I think we already covered that. Yeah, we covered that in the false deity videos. So if you want to get caught up on that, look at the 2 false deity videos I did. This in spiritual projection, telepathic, and face-to-face communication has also been improving in her own powers as well, with better practice. She has shown this in moving her flash drive as well as her chunk of amethyst stone. Now that's a video I haven't seen, and if you guys want to, we can watch Christian trying to use his psychic powers to move an amethyst stone in a bit. Do not hate on that which you cannot understand. Oh, I guess do not hate on what you don't understand, really. I didn't know that that's why everyone's been hating on Chris. He's just too complex. He's too complex. We have warned you of the events as best as we are able to, within the limits of this dimension, 1218, and permitted by fate and destiny, acting like those are 2 people, which they might be because Christian's fucking loony. What you all should do is open your hearts and minds, and I think that's a ripoff of a Sonic song, and souls for the effects of the merge in process, as well as all your OCs and deities from both 1218 and C197. Keep the faith out very well as well. That's poor grammar. As in all of us individual OCs and deities, you all shall be be able to see everyone and everything in the days and moments becoming more tangible to you. You've been saying that for almost a complete year now. As you all, I hate that shit, become more tangible to us as well. Keep heart, keep faith, keep wits, be safe and well. God, this is some fucking stupidity. And the first comment is, if she's a goddess with power, why is she looking up these fake videos on YouTube? And that's Chris-chan liking these videos and sharing the playlist to videos about like unlocking your psychic powers and becoming a woman through like fucking telepathy and shit. I wanted to show you guys this video just because we're not gonna watch it. We're not gonna watch it. I'm just gonna sum something up to you guys. Now, I want to do this as like a meme. This is just a joke. Don't take it seriously. I'm not actually believing in this shit, and I'm not actually pushing this around, and it's not anything serious. It's just a meme, so cool your tits. But you know how Chris-chan was saying he had a heart attack the other week? What if Chris-chan really did have a heart attack, but it wasn't really a heart attack? Chris-chan had the heart virus, as seen in Dragon Ball Z during the Android saga. Chris-chan had the heart virus and he was going to die, but his son, which is seen in this video, time traveled back into the past, and that's what this video is about. This video is about Chris-chan's son coming here to give you messages from the future. I think this guy gave Chris-chan the heart virus medicine, and that's how Chris-chan recovered. And soon, Chris-chan will have to fight Metal Sonichu and Zappy Sonichu, the evil Sonichu androids. I think that's what's really happening. I think it's far too much of a coincidence that this man came back in time, April, just a few months before Chris-chan would have the heart virus. I think that this is what's happening. This is the Sonichu Android saga. I think that's what we're stumbling into. Any day the androids will attack, and we need to be prepared. We need to be prepared, or else they will destroy us all. But luckily, Chris-chan will save you. He's training right now. The heart virus medicine should have helped him. He'll be training soon. Let's get to this. Let's get straight into this. Today we are going to be looking at shit involving Magichan. Now I know I already did a stream on Magichan before. If you want to see that, go check it out. I did that earlier in the month. But today we are going to be looking at more shit involving Magichan. And now Chris has mentioned before that Magichan could possess him. And now he's actually really pushing on the fact that Magichan can possess him. We're going to be looking at two posts where Magichan admits to possessing Chris-chan, and then we'll watch a video of Chris being possessed by Magichan. And unfortunately for that video, the comment section is censored, so we won't have any great comments to read because Chris disabled comments, which is probably for the best for him. I shall share this. My day has been quite fruitful. I got in a lovely amount of meditation this morning. Christine and the others did very well in our efforts for today. I colored, spelling it like the European way, not the American way, 3 pages all featuring myself. It is truly humbling to color myself and contribute. Now, I hate that he fucking spells it like that. That annoys me. I'm American. I want to see it spelled the American way, the only true way. But if you look at this, the way that Magichan is drawn here is identical to the way that Chris draws Magichan. And the coloring is just as shitty as Chris when he draws anything. So Magichan said that he possessed Chris, but it looks just like Chris's usual artwork. So I don't buy it. I don't fucking buy it. The only thing that's different is that it's signed Magichan Sonichu. I also drew these 2 lovely pieces for 3 cards in Christine's My Little Pony fucking expansion thing. It gives me the opportunity to share a couple of wisdom nuggets as well. In fairness, for the Shipfic game, I never identified nor possess a pony form. No Sonichu or Rosachu who are, so Chris is the only one that gets a pony form. I don't know why. I guess Chris can just do whatever the fuck he wants to. Not part human, has a pony form in any sort in Equestria. My power and ability level is respective of an alicorn. I don't know what the fucking alicorn is, and don't bother telling me. I don't like My Little Pony. So I leave it at that for myself. I will make sure Christine follows this insight for the other character cards. I do have a catchphrase. Wait, you never had a catchphrase? You've never had a catchphrase before. I've read all of fucking Sonichu. You've never had a catchphrase. Out of my own mini catchphrases, when something that happened long ago in ceased being I had foreseen long ago, it feels retro to me. Wait, what? That's not a catchphrase. It's literally you telling Chris that you're seeing shit in the future. You're seeing shit that's happening somewhere else. That's not a fucking catchphrase. I end up shouting out on such a good moment. I don't even get what he's fucking saying. Classic, and this is another fucking card. And then we'll read the first comment. You draw like Chris, so that means that you are Chris-chan and forgot the other account. Get help for your schizophrenic. Not schizophrenia, schizophrenic. Just a little bit of foresight into this before we go on to the next post. Chris-chan has faked having multiple personality disorder before. He did it back when he was trying to impress Casey. He pretended to have multiple personality disorder. So I'm not shocked that Chris is yet again trying to do something similar, but now pushing his stupid spiritual other dimension bullshit on it. Everyone, I have an announcement, and this will likely shock a lot of you, while making the haters want to feel like cheapening it in their own meaningless defense. Christine and I have literally switched bodies on the morning of August 14th, 2019. So what he's saying is that Chris is stuck in the other dimension right now, and Magichan is in Chris's body. That is what he is saying. So Chris is the ghost that can only be seen by Magichan at this point. It's some real Twilight Princess level shit going on here. And he even drew a depiction of this, and apparently Magichan now... Oh! Did they do it with earrings? Is that what it is? No one pointed this out. No one fucking mentioned this, but I'm gonna mention it. Each one of them have a heart earring on the separate ear, on like the opposite ear. So is this like some Dragon Ball shit, but like opposite fusion, where like if they want to switch... Oh, no, Freaky Friday. Freaky Friday, that's what I'm sure it is. It's referencing fucking Freaky Friday. Is that really it, Chris? You think Freaky Friday is real? Come on. It took me a second to get that one. Fuck. Holy crap, I'm in your body, hubby. I know, it's awesome that we are progressing in events. I hate that he writes in all caps. Like, how the fuck do you even write like that? But even with all the mental prep work with me, this feels overwhelming to me. Usually when someone has psychic powers like this, swapping bodies is an easy task. It's been done in fiction a lot. Also, Magichan's arm is freakishly long. Like, really long. It looks longer than the other arm that's terribly bent. Christine, you need not fret. You will do well while running and working... Oh, that was Chris. Fuck. Yeah, I guess that makes sense, but whatever. How the fuck... this whole thing is fucking stupid. I know it so. Meanwhile, I shall talk with your mother and improve. Don't talk to... Oh my god. Did you really go up to your mom pretending you're Magichan? Did you really do that? Walk up to your mother and pretend like you're a different person? She's old and crazy. You shouldn't be fucking with that woman like that. Improve the psychic and magic output from this brain and body and make it functional at its fullest here. So what he's saying is Magichan is going to cure him of his autism. That's what it sounds like anyway. It sounds like Magichan is going to give him a brain boost, a brain blast, as Jimmy Neutron would say it. And that is dated August 13th. August 13th, so let's see what fucking Magichan said. It said August 14th. Why is the fucking paper dated a different day than when it happened? Why did you sign the paper if you were gonna put a different date? That doesn't make any fucking sense. You switched bodies before... You switch... What? You're not even consistent to your own fucking bullshit. In this semi-permanent phenomenon, I have been using her hands and body as my own. Don't ever fucking say that again. While she has been on the C-197 side of the curtain, in my body, making great efforts on her part as well. So this is Chris's way to say that the other dimension is real, because he can't actually prove this. You'll just have to believe him. Over over the past few days, I have been sharing my wisdoms and insights and offering my... Well, apparently you're not giving her a brain blast like you fucking said, because the paper is dated wrong. Views. As I would normally accept, I finally get to speak to all you people of 1218's Earth. This is the cringiest shit I've read in a while. I have recorded a video and uploaded it with the same announcement and showing my charming personality in heavy highlight. In this example, this definitely proves without a doubt our ordeals are indeed fact between both dimensions. Thank you. Yes, and just like you putting on a silly voice and dancing around proved that you had split personalities, Chris, I don't fucking believe you. I don't believe that you're trans. I don't believe that you're fucking having a split personality disorder. I don't believe in the other dimension, and I don't think anyone should be humoring your bullshit. And I guess he responds again, even though he wasn't supposed to, but whatever. Yep, apparently the highest liked and talked about topic for today is our body switching, only to you, day nearly a week ago. Such a phenomenon in real-time events does make for a hot topic. Anyway, thank you for your continued kindness and support. I thought you said it happened on the 14th. You need to keep your fucking time straight. You need to keep your fucking time straight, Chris. Christine's body is in good health. No, it isn't. Chris said he had a heart attack. You said Chris had a heart attack. How the fuck could his body be in good health if he's having a heart attack? We are doing well, and I shall continue to bring out her better powers and abilities and great practice and meditative efforts. And then this person comments something really good. Aren't you Magichan? Shouldn't you be tweeting or writing this from Christine's point of view since you guys swapped bodies? Magichan, I had literally swapped bodies is how it should read. Yeah, that is true. It should read differently. What the fuck? And then he responds with, I am indeed Magichan Sonichu. Christine's soul was transferred into my body on C1. Yes, I know. I know that you just said that a second ago. Where's your proof? I want to see a response to that. Does he respond? No, he doesn't. And he doesn't have multiple personality disorder. Don't fucking believe him. He tried this shit before. Don't fucking believe Chris. And now finally we're gonna watch his fucking video. We're gonna watch this terrible fucking video that you guys wanted me to watch so bad.
Good day, everyone. It is I, Magichan Sonichu.
You sound like Chris Chan. You don't even sound any different. You don't speak any different from what I've heard so far.
I have taken possession of Christine's body, as we have swapped bodies. Her soul is in my body, as you can see right behind me, on the opposite side of the dimension curtain. I am recording this today.
Can you not read your script, Magichan? Can you put down the phone and not read this stupid fucking script? This is so fake. This is beyond fake. I don't even have to tell you guys that, though. You know it. You fucking know this shit is fucking... This is just Chris wanting attention. This is just Chris wanting attention. He loves all the attention that people like me give him. When they make stupid fucking videos talking about him, he gets more idiots on Twitter donating money to him because of this shit. Whenever the funds start to go dry, here's Chris putting on a fucking stupid voice and doing another video to get attention. I noticed the patterns, and I know that that's what Chris is fucking doing.
It's definitely backed up by Christine's second phone. It's August.
Oh, so it wasn't a script. It wasn't a script. Okay, so that was to show us a calendar. Like, that actually proves a damn thing.
It's the 15th. Which, on that note, should be the day I have uploaded this video originally.
I want to see if you uploaded the video on that date. You didn't. You didn't. You put it on the 18th. You suck. You fucking suck, Magichan. You're terrible at this. None of your days line up.
Long before I made it public. You could definitely tell that it is I versus as opposed.
Before you made it public. I can't prove that one because it says published on the 18th. So I don't know. I'm suspicious of you. I'm really suspicious. I don't fucking believe you. Anyone can just fucking make the calendar say it's a different day. I don't fucking buy this.
To Christine, not only in the vocal tones, but also...
You sound just like Chris. The vocal tones. What, you're talking quieter? And you're going bald. Like, I can actually see it now. You're fully going bald. You are fucked. You are fucked to be calling yourself a tranny now. You better fucking comb your hair in the right direction, because everyone can notice you're bald right now.
My behavioral patterns. The dimension merge continues to progress. An event will happen very soon.
I can't wait till December when I have my streaming back, so we can celebrate. We can celebrate the merge not happening yet again for another year.
Where my body fully comes into this 1218 dimension. And I will be swapped back with Christine. And everything will definitely further progress from there.
Wait, you said it's gonna take that long? I hope you're not going to LARP as Magichan for months on end. That would be fucking terrible. Why would you do that?
It is quite different being in a human body, as opposed to my science body. Especially in the brain. My brain works a lot better. This brain...
Understatement of the century.
It needs work, but I am working on it. I am improving.
What the fuck is that? A fidget cube? Is that a goddamn fidget cube in 2019? Oh no, Chris, what are you doing to me? A fidget cube isn't gonna make you any smarter, you fucking idiot. I saw your hand move. We all saw your hand move. You don't have psychic powers. This is some goofy shit.
Well, that aside anyway, still working on it.
I can't fucking wait until Chris shows us his psychic powers and he has a fucking piece of metal in a box and a magnet underneath. I'll be blown away.
She's got power. I'm helping her find it. And she's borrowing my power too. She'll be making a journey very soon to progress everything there is. We will all be able to see and coexist with each other very soon.
I'll be waiting. I'll be waiting when I get to fucking meet Edge the Wolf. I'm really excited.
At least at this point, my wisdom, intuition, other thoughts are able to be shared in this realm. So take that as you will. Be good. Be safe.
This is really fucking awkward.
Be kind and take care of each other.
And there, I tortured myself. I hope you people are happy. That was Magichan's Twitter insanity. Tell me if you think that Magichan actually possessed Chris or not. Hey guys, Dylan here. Now today we are going to be looking at Magichan Sonichu's Twitter account again. Now for those of you guys who need to be caught up on this, Magichan is an account actually ran by Chris Chan. And some recent news involving it is that it retweeted artwork from my girlfriend Merlot, and it also followed me on Twitter. So Chris Chan is actually following me on Twitter now, and that's a horrific thing to say out loud. Now, he did try to credit Merlot, I'll give him that, but he fucked up on the credit and put hashtag Merlot instead of @Merlot, so it's not even a proper credit. But hell, at least he tried, and I'm sure Merlot doesn't mind. She's in the chat right now. She's probably just honored that Chris decided to use some of her artwork. But let me read this new bout of insanity from him, because Magichan has actually, Magichan in quotation marks, has been watching Ǧenō Samuel's comprehensive history on Christian video with Chris. So let's read this. I am listening to the comprehensive history playlist. Quite curious when you think about it. From an Animal Crossing video, Christine calls Sonic Heroes being a GameCube exclusive. She gave promotion to the Nintendo exclusive Sonic titles. So that's the beginning of it. And you can see right here, he did use my girlfriend's artwork. That is the artwork that she did for the look back on the Twitter lockdown saga, the Red Spy artwork. So yeah, that's actually a thing. And they did a post calling, shouting out Merlot for her artwork, and they actually had one of my thumbnails with it. We've got this post from Magichan, and it says, I am presently binge listening to Ǧenō's comprehensive series on YouTube, just finished part 4. It brought back a lot of recall to me on Christine's behalf. That's how memories work, apparently. And I will retweet this onto her Twitter feed as well. Just for the record, Megan's reference, Christine had watched Sailor Moon when it was on Toonami in the late 90s. And for those of you guys who are wondering why he's bringing this up, this is actually kind of like a commentary response to the video where it insinuated that Chris had copied Megan. This was Megan's words exactly. That Chris wasn't into My Little Pony before her, and Chris wasn't into Sailor Moon before her, and she introduced Chris to these things. Now, just so you know, Chris grew up in a very conservative household, and Bob really didn't want Chris acting like a girl or dressing like a girl, which is why Chris waited till Bob died to start cross-dressing. So that's important information to know before reading this. Christine had watched Sailor Moon when it was on Toonami in the late 90s. She enjoyed it from the start to when Chibiusa met tea hosting friend viewed on the last day in the Partondale Circle House before moving back to Ruckersville. And Christine was a fan of My Little Pony Gen 1, Gen 2, and they both were airing on Disney Channel in the late 80s and early 90s. She was unable to get merchandise for either of these at the time, but she did enjoy the show. So what Chris is saying is that he was already aware of these properties, and he just didn't have merchandise until he met Megan. Now, you can believe what you want to believe, but just know Bob was very conservative, and he didn't want Chris doing girl things, or wearing girl stuff, or playing with girls' toys. So, just whoever you want to believe, Chris or Megan, just pick one. In other words, Christine had enjoyed the media that she had stated to Megan that she had enjoyed long before the two ever met, period. The only thing that Christine picked up interest from Megan was the Soul Calibur and Tekken OC Yoshimitsu. And even then, despite his Robin Hood personality type, Christine mildly put off a bit of his own appearance. That is all, thank you. And we'll read the first responses. It wasn't just her appearance that made people put off, it was her childish behavior and horrible attitude towards people. So I guess that's in response to Chris. I am all caught up on Ǧenō's chronological history videos. I have many a commentary to make about this in due time, which is Magichan saying that he caught up on all of it. But really, it's Christian saying that he caught up on all of it, which means that he watched like at least 10 hours worth of videos in the past day. So that's impressive. For now, I will assess those moments when she played split personality back then. I was in her mind. I was trying to talk to her, including. So what Chris is doing here is Chris is trying to retcon reality. The event that he's talking about is back during the Casey saga, back during the whole Liquid Chris shit. Chris tried to say that he had a split personality to get attention, and that he had been going to therapy to treat this split personality, and that the therapist told him that it was fine to interact with his past self, which is who the split personality was. He was trying to say that there was Christopher and Christian, and that they were two separate people in his head. So now what Chris is trying to say is that the Christopher one was Magichan, which no one is gonna fucking believe, And it's just another attempt at Chris to fool stupid people into not thinking that he's a hack, which everyone knows he's a fucking hack. So let's read these screenshots. These are actual chat logs from Chris Chan a while ago, like years ago. I want out Christian, which is Chris Chan interacting with his fake split personality. Christian, we both know what we want. We should let us out. So this is Chris Chan LARPing. He's LARPing like he has a split personality. This is something I've brought up before that delegitimizes a lot of shit with Chris Chan. It's one of the main reasons why I think that he's pretending to be trans. He's pretending to be a goddess. He's pretending to be a lot of shit because he wants attention. And he's tried to pretend shit before, but no one fucking listened to him. But with the modern Tumblrized internet, people are actually humoring his transsexuality. People are actually humoring his delusions, because that's just the day and age we live in now, and it's very sad. The comments under the video, as mentioned in part 17, I typed those personally while in mild possession of her at the time. So he's trying to retcon the Magichan possession shit, even though the Magichan possession shit had just happened this month. And he said that was his first time ever possessing Chris. But I guess now he's trying to retcon it to where he possessed Chris like 10 years ago. Bullshit. Fucking bullshit. I was the Christopher in the back and forth in those videos. Fuck off. Also, when she was younger, then 7 years old, I talked to her through her nose talking, working as her vocal conscious. I have always been ever present and as a guiding and helpful as I could possibly be from C197. So Magichan was helping Chris Chan before he ever thought of Magichan. So that means Magichan himself predates Sonichu. He predates Bionic the Hedgehog. He predates anything that Chris Chan would work on, if you want to believe this insanity. Side of the dimensional curtain. I could not get through all of the time though, and I knew she was fated to learn the difficult way through the many trials and tribulations. That's Chris Chan's excuse to why Magichan didn't prevent him from making himself look like an idiot for years on end. With the online ship she had, I felt crestfallen every time when she recorded herself gay shaming. So that's Chris Chan trying to retcon out his homophobia. And I cried when she used the Bible verses to back it up. No, you didn't. You're not religious, Magichan. You've never been religious. What the fuck? I tried to tell her then. It was freaking parody, Chris Chan. No, you didn't. Shut the fuck up. Chris actually thought the Family Guy shit was real. Don't fucking try to trick stupid people. You were not supposed to take it serious. On Leviticus quote, inspired by that Family Guy moment. Yeah, exactly. When I typed in those comments of the music video, I was feeling frustrated. I thought it was Chris feeling frustrated, but whatever. I have always known she was bisexual. Just admit you're gay, Chris. Just fucking admit you're gay. Just admit it. Just fucking admit you're gay. You're one step away. Like, people have pushed you so far throughout the years. You're just one step away from just being gay. Just be gay. There's plenty of men that would fuck you, Chris. There's not too many women that would fuck you, but men are desperate. They'll fuck your tranny ass. They'll do it. I wanted out in being free to love her as she was then, as well as being fully in Dimension 1218. She subconsciously knew she was bisexual, but she had felt really upset and adamant about herself back then. And the fact that the haters were throwing various labels upon her, which was gay, aside from including gay, had no one called her any vulgar gender identity terms alongside negative adjectives. Chris, which he adds Chris, which is funny because he is Chris, would have more realized and understood and accepted to come out as bisexual trans woman a lot sooner. No, he wouldn't have, because Bob wouldn't allow it. Clara throat, not Clear's throat, Clara throat. Deep breaths. That is all for now, thank you. And let's read the first one. You are truly lost. This is why fucking Noel doesn't want to deal with Chris Chan anymore, because Chris is just out of it. He's just completely out of it. Like, he's actually trying to get people to believe this shit. And I'm like one of the few people. I am one of the few people that still thinks that Chris Chan is fucking with everyone, that he knows that it's fake, and that he's just trying to see who will believe him. I don't think that Chris Chan actually thinks that this shit is real. I don't think he does. I think he's really trying to like use persuasion to convince himself that it's real, but deep down inside he knows that it's just fake. But let's read this one last retcon before I go to bed tonight. The events with the idea guy were fated to happen. Rather, I warned Christine now, and the set of events had a greater purpose. Awaken Christine to her powers and fullest potential as a goddess. Follow me, please. So what he's saying is he's trying to justify Chris Chan being stupid enough to believe the idea guy shit. And for those of you guys who are new to this shit and didn't watch my Dimensional Merge video, the idea guy is the one who convinced Chris that these characters were real, and that he could talk to them, and that there was another dimension that he could get to. So all this shit is the idea guy's fault. All of it. All this Dimensional Merge shit is his fault. Long before October 2017, I had become more present and obvious to Christine. This was evident after she finally came out as a trans woman in July of 2014. So this is just Magichan trying to retcon all of reality, all of history. Everything you know about Chris Chan is a lie, because Magichan is saying that he was behind a lot of the shit. So that's what this insanity is today. I was slowly gaining more and more ability to better and directly communicate with her. I had appeared beside her. I offered her guidance and input. This was a time I had warmed up to her and fully grasped that I was there tangibly the whole time with her as her guardian. I was better able to make it so before BronyCon of 2017, when she and I, months before, started having meditation sessions, and this is shit that's referenced in the new Sonichu comics. Before her bedtime, we also accessed the stat-boosting Pokemon attacks, which, that sounds retarded, such as Charge, Agility, and Bulk Up. Bulk Up is the one Chris is best at, by the way. There were plenty of other in the Nightly Queen as well. Probably talking about fucking Chris Chan listening to fucking binaural beats on YouTube, trying to trick himself into believing that he can transition to being a woman by listening to stupid fucking audio tracks that he finds in playlists. And I had become even more obvious by finally getting to dance with Christine for the very first time at the Grand Galloping Gala during BronyCon of 2017. I had not yet professed my love for her. She was under her own assumption that she was teaching me to swing dance for and with Sylvana Rosachu, which is Magichan's actual love interest in the comic. I was already hitched to Mewtwo and Sylvana at the time, which the Mewtwo shit is still fucking stupid, but whatever. Back to the Idea Guy saga, involving his OC, the former guide soldier Johnson Wiles, which if you don't know anything about the Idea Guy shit, you're gonna be lost, who had informed Chris that the spiritual console, the Sega Dreamcast, that had held the CPU Yuzume in it, not to repeat the whole story as it is chronicled in Christine's book 13, Awakening of a CPU, which you should read that if you haven't. I'm pretty sure that's archived on the Quickie. But I was there as it happened, and I guided her to plug her Dreamcast in and turn it on. What followed in the months was many a revelation, Christine, of her powers and abilities she had written and drawn in that book. In the end, I required temporarily possessing our friend and ally, as my body was unavailable at the time, to inform Chris via direct text message, which is talking about the Magichan possessing Lucas shit back during the Teen Troon stuff. I did a video on that too. That she had power to undo the Idea Guy's carnage and the chaos, including his mind-controlling manipulation over the CPU in Game Industry, including... Oh, Game Industry. Ha ha ha, funny. Megan Schroeder's counterpart there, who became CPU Redheart by promotion that remained fact regardless of the Idea Guy's input. and Christine had undone his malicious efforts in C-197, I returned my fully restored body, and she continued to become more aware and developing into her powers and abilities and skills. We have taken little assistance from any trolls past and present since regaining her senses, and with faded into our lovely polyamorous ship of 5. She no longer has been prone to any ship sagas with or anyone. Although our relationship is open, we still maintain our reservations and have been better guidance. Finally, as for the exposing videos, despite the few being suggested by one that under the idea guide's manipulations at the time, I saw this as an opportunity to really show myself and Crizzle Rosachu off to the world, and in a way was played on the past leaking footage to make it indubitably clear and obvious that Christine was finally fully taken and married, and that our love for each other in our partnership was truly mutual. Yes, I am hurt my own reservation of leaking the private footage, but for the greater good. So Magichan is saying that he leaked it. He possessed Lucas. He possessed Lucas from the Teen Troon squad and leaked the footage of Chris Chan having sex with his pillow, pretending it's Magichan. So Magichan saying that he leaked it and that Lucas was doxxed for no reason. It had to be done, and I humbly respect and ask everyone of all of you to please never bring up those videos to mine or anyone's attention, and any of those private sexual videos involving Christina never be used again in any future documentary of her. That's not going to happen. Chris's shortcomings are very important to Christery. So, unfortunately, Magichan, videos of Chris humping his pillow will be in documentaries still. At all. Please, not counting such documentaries that have been done before today, the 28th of August 2019, have cited them in part that the damage is done. I just assume leave that. That is all. Be safe, be well, and thank you. So, yeah, that's all of that. Hey guys, Dylan here, and today we're going to be reading a comment left from Chris Chan, or Magichan, in the Magichan Body Swap video. I can't believe he actually commented. Taylor called my attention to it the other day. God. What do you guys think this comment is going to be like before we actually start this?
Cancer.
Him disagreeing?
I'm going to go with answer 1, cancer.
I am watching your video. You are proving yourself to be quite callous in attitude. I had foreseen that I would have disliked your commentary. This is Magichan, Chris Chan.
As opposed to callous in what?
Don't expect anything he said to make sense. He just uses big words incorrectly. But
I was hoping you'd be callous in body.
But I was still
talk about your feet.
But I was still curious to make the more specific details. Firstly, Christine's drawings tend to predict upcoming events. So what he's referencing there is, in the video, I had said that the picture dating them switching their bodies was dated before the actual event happened. He put the wrong date on the paper, or he put the wrong date on the Twitter post. So what he's saying is that Chris Chan can now predict the future. He's like, that's so Raven, even when Magichan's not possessed.
Is that a new one of Chris's god powers?
I guess.
I mean, he definitely predicted the future about the whole long hair thing in Sonichu.
Oh no.
I'm legitimizing this. Let's go.
She literally drew that piece of her, and I switched the night before we actually did. So apparently Chris just knew they were gonna switch. He didn't know how, but he knew they were gonna switch. For your information, yes, we did use a pair of earrings to switch. An enhancement and blessing. So that confirms that it's not Magichan's powers that allowed them to swap bodies. Like, he didn't Charles Xavier her where he swapped their consciousness. They used a pair of magical earrings.
So, is Chris Chan's, like, is his ear pierced now, or?
I don't know. I called it a ripoff of Freaky Friday, but I've been pointed out that it's also like the Rob Schneider movie Hot Chick. But he'll say what he got inspired by in a second. And blessing that she was personally able to make happen. As for the initial drawing style, I said that him and Chris draw identically. Weird. And he said, style that I drew those with this body. When I drew it, it defaulted its muscle memory, which was inaccurate to my own drawing style, but still quite close. So what he's saying is that when he possessed Chris Chan, it defaulted to Chris Chan's drawing style.
I mean, I'll buy that. I mean, I don't buy it, but that would make sense hypothetically.
I don't think drawing comes from your hands though. I think it comes from your brain.
I mean, it's
muscle memory will only do so much for you.
I mean, but I can buy that it would make something similar since you're working with the same muscles and like the same like dimensions for your hand, I guess.
Well, muscle memory only has a strong effect if you're doing something unconsciously. If you're doing something consciously, you're going to make an effort to do it in your own way.
How much effort do you think Chris puts into his drawings?
Fair counterpoint.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay, I'll give you that. I guess his art style is so shitty anyone can copy it. But still quite close. Also, you try coloring with fucking spelling it the European way, another fucking pet peeve of mine, with marker ink and making a different style compared to anyone else for yourself.
Maybe Chris is trying to be a Canadian. They can have him.
He's trying to be European. Like, he tries to sound sophisticated by using European spelling. Like, he's done it before, and I hate it. He tries to seem more sophisticated than he actually is. And yes, you may compare our situation quite so with the movie Freaky Friday, though I personally find it much more portrayed accurately when Starfire and Raven switch bodies in the classic Teen Titans. This is literally a full body switch, and she is literally in my body at this time. And making
That's the same as Freaky Friday.
Yeah, it's fucking Freaky Friday.
Yeah, but Chris doesn't like that comparison.
Even the Teen Titans episode was basically pulling a Freaky Friday there.
That's what I said. Every fucking body switch rips off. It's Freaky Friday every single fucking time. They go through the exact same character progression as Freaky Friday. They learn the exact same fucking lessons. For herself as well, I might add. I have had ample time to exemplify myself and differentiate myself from Christine. I had prayed even the most cynical would find merit in the fact from that. What makes you think anyone would believe you, especially people that are cynical of you?
A cynic probably wouldn't even believe Chris is legit.
No. The most fucking open-minded, optimistic, I believe everything I hear person would go, wow, you are full of shit.
I don't even think he believes this.
I suppose I was pushing my desires outward, wherein they were not fated to make this individual situation.
Do you think Chris just clicks thesaurus on every fucking word he types now?
I think he's like using this pseudo-intellectual jargon, basically.
Because it's Magichan. He wants, like, in my opinion, I could be wrong, but when I've read all of Sonichu and I've read all of fucking Magichan's tweets, he wants Magichan to be British. And when I read his fucking shit in the comics, I try to make him sound a bit British, because that's how I think he's supposed to sound. And I think that's kind of what Chris tries to do when he pretends to be possessed by Magichan.
But, like, it's not just that, but I think this whole pseudo-intellectual thing that he's doing here, like, where he says, I suppose I was pushing my desires outward, is next to him admitting that this is just something he desires to be true rather than the truth itself.
That's what I've said before. I've fucking said for over a year that Chris doesn't actually believe in the dimensional merge. He's playing pretend and he's seeing if anyone will play along with him. And people don't agree with that idea. They want to believe that Chris is so out of it that he doesn't know what is reality anymore. And I don't believe it. Because like, when it came to the split personality thing, the fucking inner Chris, the Christopher in his head, and he was Christian, like, the split personality. The second that no one believed that, he dropped it. He tried it, he spread it around, no one fucking bought it, and then he never brought it up again, until now.
I think it's a mixture of both, really. I think the thing is, he wants it to be true so much that he partially believes it, but most of him doesn't. But he goes with whatever version of reality is most suited to him, even though it's not reality in the slightest.
See,
Exactly.
what's funny is the thing that's been happening lately is because he got away with retconning Sonic Shoes so much, he's now trying to retcon his own life. He's trying to retcon his past. He's trying to retcon reality. And he wants people to stop bringing up past events and delete old videos of him. So his new retconned version of the past will be true.
He's always wanted that shit.
Yeah, but now he's really pushing it again. Like, he was mentioning that all future documentaries should not include videos of him doing weird sexual shit.
I mean...
I feel like that'd be the last thing to disappear from the internet with how fucking weird it is.
True. Everything else will disappear, but the only thing we'll see is Chris Chan fucking a body pillow.
So, Taylor...
And a PlayStation.
Taylor, how do you feel that your art made Chris Chan click on my video?
Oh god. I want to say I regret it, but I honestly don't.
And how do you feel that he's using your art on Twitter now?
It makes me feel pretty bad, honestly.
Uh,
Not a good feeling.
Milestone. This is like
Oh, whatever.
supreme achievement of art for you.
Oh yeah, totally. I'm famous.
If you really wanted to get under Chris's skin, you could just straight up go to Twitter and say, "Hey, I didn't give this person permission to
No,
use
we
my
don't
art."
fuck
Oh boy,
with
who
Chris.
doesn't want to get under Chris's skin?
we don't fuck with Chris. We just watch and talk.
No, I know.
Are you sure you don't want to fuck?
I'm just saying, if you ever really wanted to get under his skin, that'd be the fastest way to do it.
He's not worth my time.
Hey guys, Dylan here, and today we are going to be looking at the last bit of the Magichan saga. For those of you guys who haven't been following this up until now, the Magichan saga started when Magichan and Chris switched bodies, and this is the finale to that. So let's read this Twitter thread. To everyone, I am pleased to announce that my body is fully visible and tangible. Bullshit. Here in this dimension 1218, and Christine remains most safe as well. Well, if your body is visible and tangible, send a picture of yourself in the real world. I bet you it's gonna be a drawing put on top of some area near Chris's house. She has returned with Mewtwo from California, and I shall be switching us back into our original body shortly. Oh, okay, so that's when he was in Chris's body still. But before I do, I wanted to leave a few see you later thoughts over the past month, and it is a nice little epilogue for all of this shit. I have had many a pleasure to leave my initial wisdoms, thoughts, and art with the aid of Christine body and hands and muscle memory. Also commenting on my my video when it was going live today, the crappy pasta. Chris was actually watching it live. So for the people who don't watch my stuff when it's live, Chris made the time and you didn't. This will be a big step for all of us. I shall continue tweet from this account from time to time, but I shall also be making my presence better known personally with all of you and everyone else in the near future. And of course, Christine will be able to tweet her thoughts on her account, which she never had to stop. You can tweet from Quickville, so I can't Chris. I have seen the mixture of positive and negative feedback from amongst all of you. I remain disappointed as ever with the hatred that continues to linger, that possibly including me, because Magichan as Chris commented on one of my videos saying that he didn't like my attitude, so that's probably talking about me. I'm not even being vain, he actually did that. I made a video on it the other day. Until the time when you all are brought in for your crimes or sacrificed for the greater good. What the fuck? You better not be talking about sacrificing me. I've got Edge. Edge is going to become my dimensional counterpart. You promised that already. Fuck you. You're not gonna sacrifice me, you piece of shit. But I am moreover pleased with the majority of individuals and responses being most kind, sincere, and positive. All of you hold a very good place in mine and Christine's graces, so worship us and be nice or get smited. Fuck you. And heart. Thank you all. Please continue to be kind to everyone and to yourselves. So it's a religion of fear. Our bigger battles and fights will be upon us soon enough after the completion of the dimensional merge, which isn't gonna happen, and I can't wait for December when I can stream again. But remember, we will be together with all of those heroes and superheroes, you could just say heroes, but whatever, and deities working side by side together and strong as the rebels against the dark forces in Star Wars. Which, by the way, I haven't heard about that in a while. There was a Quickville rebellion. What the fuck happened to that? What happened to those rebels? Did you kill them all? Though, more likely, much stronger than that, really. Until next time, I bid you all a safe, good day. Do enjoy and make the best of your days with everyone and yourselves. Should any of you see the certain shade of lavender, know that I am nearby and fully tangible. So if you see fucking purple, if you see anything purple, that's a sign that Magichan's nearby. There's a lot of purple in my room, so I guess Magichan's always watching me. That's how he knows when I'm streaming. Doing what is needed there. I will look forward to personally being seen and shaking hands with all of you, one at a time, unless you're smited like you threatened to earlier. Good day to you all, and thank you again for your kindness. And yes, I will edit the power of this particular fuck the card. I don't care. I guess, should I read the card? I guess I'll read the card. I realize that there's another Magichan card in this deck, special. You may choose to play a pony card from the pony discard pile. Why is there My Little Pony fucking trading card game? I was one of the leading special Sonichus from the Chaotic Rainbow. Not to mention the wisest and eldest. How are you the eldest? You were all born at the same time. Whatever. I, Magichan Sonichu, hatched in Cerulean City's cave. It's a made-up place, but I bet you I'm gonna get a lot of shit for fucking it up. 1948. What? 1948? That's a retcon. That's a retcon if I ever fucking heard it. 1948? Are you sure about that? Because Mewtwo wasn't around in 1948. I don't fucking get that at all. Why 1948? Why that day in particular? And was mentored by the one and only Mewtwo, who was definitely made in 1948. Mastered my powers and abilities, and traversed throughout time and space. Since when can you time travel? That was Sonichu's power. That was not your power. And Sonichu could only do it thanks to some stupid fucking plot hole involving him running so fast. So how can you time travel? Space and dimensions in all directions. You're just broken. And I am also the guardian over Sonichu and Rosachu's species. Since when? When have you had all this shit? As well as our leading deity in development. Oh, so now, oh, okay. And you're a guardian of Christian apparently. And that's the same generic artwork he's had for a while. God. I didn't know that he got retconned to being so fucking old. Looks like it's time to bust out the big guns in this dimension then. I would say, but you've proven many times to be quite the opposite of powerful. Let's see if he responded. Nope, no response. So yeah, that was the wrapping up of the Magichan Body Swap Saga. There is one more thing involving Christian with this, but I believe that will participate in the next arc, so I'm going to leave that for now. Just know I'm already aware of it, and I am watching it. So hopefully you guys have enjoyed this. If you like this, hit the like button. If you really like it, share it. And if you want to see more, then subscribe. Thank you guys for watching, and bye. Before the credits roll, I thought I'd take a second to talk to you guys about my Patreon. If you want to help keep the channel going and prevent it from going under when YouTube decides to randomly demonetize my videos, or when a nutcase like GamerGuy decides to strike my channel making me lose money off of my streams, you can go back my Patreon. Benefits include being a producer, which means you get all the credits at the end of the videos. You can recommend quickie articles, which means that articles you want covered are more likely to happen sooner. You can request me to review a comic book of your choice, or you can even come on to be a guest reader for the fanfiction series. My Patreon is linked in the description below, and it's also in the About section on my YouTube. Hope to see you guys there.